All right. Well, welcome to the Gateway to Grace call. My name's Elizabeth Tobin, and I'm a certified resonance repatterning practitioner. And today we'll be doing a resonance repatterning session that I like to call open mic. And this is where we just open it up the lines and people can just put their issues and intentions into the session so that we co-create this session as we do the call today. If you're listening to the recording of this session, you can also set your intention and participate in the co-creation. I also want to just mention that the call is being recorded and I will be putting it up most likely on YouTube. So just to let people know that. So yeah, I guess we'll get right into it. So it's been a little bit of an interesting, energetic time that we're in. Today is August 3rd, the full moon. We've got a storm brewing here coming up the East Coast in Massachusetts, and life goes on. Here we are. So I'm just going to open it up to people. Do you have any issues or intentions that you'd like to bring into the session today? What's up for you? What brings you here today? What would you like to work on? So, yes, Morningstar.
I would like to work on that. I'm getting a complete resonance between my mind and my body and my spirit so that I'm not having two separate experiences.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, I've been listening to voices since I was an infant. I've always been in that state. And as I have worked out in the last number of years of my life, it's like I close my eyes and I go into trance and I do the work. And I've always find it sometimes exhausting, and have sometimes will pass out and go to sleep for several hours after working for several hours. And I've always felt there's a little something that's I'm not quite. And then recently, as I've been working with these meditations to bring in the full experience, because my guidance is saying that we came to be the prototype. We came to do something that's not been done except by maybe masters and teachers in the past. We came to live fully embodied and be fully in touch with our spirits. And so what I keep getting is I can't quite do that if I keep moving out of the body to do the spiritual work and then come back into the body to be in the body, that I need to be fully expressed as a spirit in the body all the time. And it's hard to do that because the minute I get really close in spirituality, I want to just go out. So that's the best I can say it. It's hard to find words for it.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's perfect. Beautiful. So it's about living fully embodied, being that fully expressed spirit in the body.
In the body.
Beautiful. Great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let's see here. I think we've got somebody in the chat. So Henny, how can I participate for the new Earth? So that's the issue, I guess, is not knowing exactly what is needed for you to be participating in the new Earth. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, you had really bad echo there. So, okay, so looking for some clarity on how to participate in the new Earth. Okay, excellent. All right, Leanne, yes.
Kind of on the same line, but it's how to gather your energy and vision to transform. this is a transformative time, and getting more energy because it's getting lax in the COVID lifestyle. So I feel like it's time to get a boost for a vision so to be able to transform, because so much is changing, and same with what I'm going to do has to be changing.
Okay, good. So transformation and having the energy to carry it out once you get that vision, is that what you mean?
Yeah, it's more than a vision, you know. It's yeah, it's a vision, but it's getting in touch with, as was said, how we participate now.
Right, right. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Elizabeth, Carol Ramsey here.
Yes, Carol.
I'm finding myself getting distracted by some physical things that are going on. For example, an abscessed tooth, that the infection has gone into the bone, and I've been channeling energy to it and trying a lot of different things, but it just doesn't seem to be healing. So I'm looking for, I guess, more guidance from my helpers on how to heal this without having to pull the tooth.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Liz?
Good. Yes.
I guess I'm looking for a way to integrate more of the spiritual and everyday perspective so they become one perspective. Kind of echoes a little bit what Morningstar was talking about.
Right. Okay.
You know, how do we stay in that spiritual space while we're cleaning the oven or paying bills or...
So how to stay in the spiritual space while living in the mundane world.
Yeah, spiritual and practical married.
Right. I like that, marrying the spiritual and the practical. Good. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Anne. Is there anybody else who has something?
Oh, I just sent you a message. This is Lori.
Okay, I got it. Excellent. Yeah. So stay connected to my highest self, stay calm and centered, be able to give myself and those who cause me pain, let go of anger, organize and clear my belongings. Oh, you're getting ready to move. And
yeah, they're renovating my building, and so it's going to be quite crazy.
oh, wow.
I mean, I'm moving within the building, but that's why I'm working hard to stay centered. I've been chanting and meditating with a group from my yoga center every morning, and I feel like the COVID actually has been a blessing for me to really focus on my spiritual practices. But there's a real kind of storm brewing here as they gear up for the renovation. So I'm not too great with all of that, and I just can't seem to do anything with my apartment. So I'm not sure. I don't know energetically what that is. I just feel stuck with that.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So thank you for that. So we'll put that into the mix. Great. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
Hi.
Okay. Was there somebody else?
Yes.
Yes. Penny.
I have a question. When I online follow the shamanic travels and go inside for traveling and to see my guide in the shamanic travel, then nothing shows up. How is that possible?
So you're showing up, but they're not showing up.
Yeah. I did it 8, 9, 10 times every Sunday night, participate in a big circle online. But some people share things, they see a guide in the fire or an Indian or something, but I see and feel nothing.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll put that into the mix. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for adding that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, hey, Starlight. So we're just sort of putting out some issues and intentions before we move into the repatterning. If you have anything that you'd like to add. Looks like you got frozen.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Is there anything you would like to add? I didn't hear what the other intentions were, so I don't want to repeat them, but with the energies what they are and with the Lion's Gate coming on 8/8, I find that it's really imperative that beyond everything else, our mind is being really diligent with our focus on being present, only stating and thinking thoughts that enrich our lives and nothing less. And that's it.
Excellent. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Perfect. And it's 12:12 at this moment on my clock. Great. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Okay. So hi, Isha. Welcome. Welcome. So I'm just gonna just one last call. Anybody have anything else that you want to put into the mix? And you know, it's not like this is like your only opportunity as we go through the session. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities either to state your intention vocally or to put it into the field. So I don't want you to feel like it's now or never. So, okay. All right. So let us do a little bit of centering and grounding before we actually move into the session. So we've got a number of different issues and intentions. So I'm just going to ask everybody, if you haven't muted yourself, just to mute. Just looking. I'm going to mute you, Henny, here. Okay. Very good. All right. So I just invite you to just stop whatever you're doing, put aside any other devices that you may have, and just give yourself the gift of presence, free of distraction. Just connect into your center. Some people like to tune into their heart. Other people like to tune in down into the Tantien, down into the belly area. Just center within yourself, connecting with your breath, breathing in and out through your nose as deeply as you can. And as you breathe in, breathe all the way down into your lower back. Fill up your belly like a balloon, expanding out at your ribs. And nice long exhales. And check in with your body. Notice any places of holding or tension. And breathe into those areas, filling them up with energy and breath and light. And as you breathe out any holding, any tension. And with each exhale, feel yourself release and relax and let go. Now bring your attention into your heart center. And as you breathe in, take in that unconditional love that flows throughout the universe. And as you breathe out, send out that unconditional love that resides within you. So there's a perfect balance, a perfect exchange of energy and love on the inflow and on the outflow. And know that you're surrounded by love, both within and without. And we surround ourselves in the healing energy of divine love. Only our deepest wisdom and highest guidance come through in this session. This session brings about the highest healing, transformation, and coherence for each of our highest and best. And each one of us accepts the full benefit that this session offers. We thank our highest guidance for assisting us in this process. And we give thanks for the gift of resonance repatterning and the greater well-being made possible through this session. And so it is. Okay. And may I have your permission to muscle check for you? So the resonance repatterning process uses muscle checking to tap into the group energy field. When I do it one-on-one with clients, I tap into just the individual energy field. And so you can set your intention now to be included in this session by saying yes. So, great. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just ask the group field, what's the best thing that we need right now? So at this time, it's best for us to move into the session, and we need something from orientation. Okay, we need something from problems into opportunities, an intention for a new possibility. There's something from a repatterning that we need. We need to start with a modality, yes. And so the modality that we're going to use is something from Spiral Up, Inner Cultivation, Family Systems 1. So we're going to work with the family systems modalities right now. So you can think of a modality as a way to make an input of energy into the group field to shift our resonance. So moving to a higher state of energy and coherence. So there are a number of options here. So again, just using the muscle checking, going through the list of options to find out what is the best modality for us at this time. And the modality that we need at this time is something from A through E. It's something from F, G. It's something from H through L, M, N, O. Okay, we're going to work with victims and perpetrators. So there were 4 options here. So it's number 1, it's number 2, it's number 3, it's number 4. Integrating the systems, victims, and perpetrators. So these are these modalities and the repatternings that go with these healing the family system are a synthesis of Bert Hellinger's family constellation therapy and the resonance repatterning system that was put together by Maggie Block, who is a resonance repatterning practitioner and also studied Bert Hellinger's work. So integrating the systems, victims, and perpetrators. So this is about, in every family system, there are victims and there are perpetrators. And so therefore, these energies or these forces of the victim and the perpetrator are also present within us. And if we are aware of them and we integrate and accept them, then we can use these energies to heal ourselves and our relationships. And we can only find peace when these two forces are at peace within us. So the purpose of this modality is to include and integrate these two postures, if you will, or forces of energy within us, the victims and the perpetrators. So let's see what we need to do here. It's number 1. Yeah, so we're going to start with this section here. So let me go to that. So what I'd like you to do is close your eyes and center within yourself. And imagine, feel, or visualize the color red. And this red color represents the perpetrators. And the perpetrators is the energy in your system to defend yourself, to attack, to perpetrate, or to harm. And this red color also represents all of those who have harmed you or someone in your family system, or the members in your family system who have caused harm. So imagine, feel, or visualize the color red. And it should be a bright, luminous red. And I'm just going to check. We need to do something to enhance this color red. No, we don't. Okay. So now inhale the red. This is the energy and the strength of the perpetrators. And integrate this color red into the right side of your body. And let it be integrated in every part of your body, from your head to your toes, from the outside of your skin, all the way down into your cells, and your bones and your DNA. And now, imagine, visualize, or feel the color blue. And this color is going to represent the victims. That is the energy of being vulnerable and weak. It also represents all of those who you or someone in your family have harmed, and all who have been harmed by someone in your family system. And again, this should be a nice, bright, luminous blue. I'm just going to check. We need to do something to enhance that blue. We don't. Okay. So now you're going to inhale this blue that represents the victims and integrate it into the left side of your body. Let it be integrated in every part of your body, from your head to your toes, from your skin down into your bones and your organs, your cells, your DNA. And now you can feel, imagine, and visualize how these colors, the red and the blue, which stand for the perpetrators and the victims, are in you, and they become a part of you. You can feel and imagine how they integrate and mingle in your body. Allow this to happen until both forces are at peace, in total balance. And while you do this, I'm just going to check to see whether there's something else that's needed to give more support to this process. So, there's anything else that we need? No. Okay. Okay. And so you may notice that the red and the blue mingle together to create purple inside of you. Or you may notice that maybe the red and the blue are still distinct colors, but maybe there's stripes or polka dots that go all the way through your body on both sides, so that they maybe remain unmingled, but yet they are still in total balance. We'll just give that a few more moments. And I'm going to check here. There is anything else we need with this? This is complete. Great. Okay. Okay. All right. So now, let's see what we need here. There's another modality that's needed at this time. No. Okay. So there is something else that we need to do. Yes. Okay. All right. And I just want to check in. Anne, you had your hand raised. Was there something? Oh, I'll unmute you. Oh.
It's accidental, Liz. You can ignore it.
Oh, okay. All righty. I'll mute you again. And very good. Okay. All right. So let's see what we need to do next. So how's everybody doing there? Was that, were you able to sort of get a balance between those two forces? Yeah. And so it's interesting that the victim energy is that energy, the vulnerability, the openness, and the perpetrator energy is the strength, And so we've been talking about sort of being fully present and being integrated, you know, looking to integrate the spiritual into everyday perspective. So that sense of integration, staying connected to ourselves, staying centered. And so by integrating these two opposing forces, you may notice that it feels more peaceful and relaxed in your body, that you're able to be more present. So very, very interesting how that aspect of integration showed up for the group in the form of needing to integrate two opposing forces. So let's see what we need to do next.
What I noticed was that the blue side really wanted to stay really big and take up all the left side.
Ah.
Oh, it took a lot of like where they met, the red and the blue met, they didn't have a problem like going about halfway through the center. But the red was totally fine with coming over, but the blue was like, no, you stay over there. It was really interesting to witness. And once you said you could do stripes or circles, because it was trying to become like one, and the blue really didn't want to become one. It was interesting to witness.
Yeah, right. So that might be something to contemplate, you know, what.
And the red and the blue together, and then it was
yeah,
equally balanced. Yeah.
What do those two energies need in order to coexist harmoniously? Yeah, very good. Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to go back. So this is the mandala here. I don't know if I didn't show you this before. So this, in resonance repatterning, there are 6 different options on how to approach any particular step in the session. And this is also sacred geometry. So just looking at this can make you feel more centered and present, can raise your vibration. Okay. So there's anything else that we need from modalities? No, we need anything from orientation, problems into opportunities, an intention for a new possibility. There's something that we need from a repatterning, yes. So the repatternings are, you can think of them as a course of inquiry around a specific topic. And there are lots of different repatternings. So again, I'm just going to go down the list of options, use the muscle checking to ask the group field, what's the best repatterning that we need at this time, given the issues and intentions that we put into the field at the beginning of the call. So at this time, we need something from A, something from B, something from C, something from D. We need something from E, F, something from G, something from H, something from I, something from J. Yes, so we're going to do some more family systems work here. So what we need at this time is healing the family system part 1. No, it's healing the family system part 2. Yes. Okay. So let me get that book here. So there are repatternings. Here, the repatterning that we need, there are 6 options. It's number 1. It's number 2. It's number 3. This is interesting. It's the constellation repatterning. So let's see what we need here. So this is about creating order in the family system. And there is quite a lot of information in the introduction. So I'm just going to muscle check through to see what are the relevant pieces. So it's best to start here. Yeah. So to constellate in this context is to place symbols or people in a determined area in order to represent the family system's members. And when we constellate, we can recognize the existing disorder in the system and make the necessary changes to transform the system and generate order and coherence. And so when your family system is ordered, then love and energy flow freely, thus benefiting you and all of the members of your family system. So we can do this constellation with family members. We can do it with topics that you want to deal with. For example, money, success, love, trust, sadness. We can do it with archetypes. So interesting, we'll see what's needed here. So if there's anything else we need to hear from the introduction? Yes. Okay, so there's something from here, something from here, something from here, here, something from here, something from here. Okay, so this is talking about archetypes. So I have a sense that we'll be maybe constellating with archetypes here. So these archetypes are patterns that are stored in the collective unconscious, and they were introduced by Carl Jung as archetypes. And the symbols that we use to constellate with are based on archetypes and are loaded with thoughts and feelings and meaning. And this is why when we constellate with these symbols, we're representing several things at the same time. So it could be stages in the path of life, characteristics, lessons, feelings, thoughts. And these symbols can be experienced externally as part of the world or internally as a part of our unconscious. So again, that theme of balancing the spiritual, the internal life with the external, the mundane aspect. And so each person experiences these archetypes in a unique way. And when we order the system by working with these symbols, we're working at different levels at the same time. And so it's important to understand the depth of each symbol before using them in a constellation. So interesting. Let's see what we need to do here. There's anything else we need to hear from the introduction? No. Okay. Okay, so there's something that we need to do here from the non-coherent pattern, which could limit the constellation's positive transformation. Yeah, so this is just kind of like a preliminary intention for this repatterning. So it's something from A through E. Yes, it's A, it's B, it's C, it's D. Okay, so I refuse to follow the rules to order my system. So that's an interesting place to start. And so we may not know what the rules are, and often the rules in our family system are unconscious. And yet there are specific rules about how to create order. So I'm just going to write this down. Okay, so I refuse to follow the rules to order my system. Okay. So this is a general check. So just repeat that after me. So say, I refuse to follow the rules to order my system. And that's resonating. We're on for that. And so we might not know what that means at this moment. And yet, as we go through the repatterning, it might become more clear. Or as you contemplate this session in the days and weeks ahead, you might get some insight into what this means for you. So there's a coherent pattern that we need around this to generate a deep transformation. Yes. Okay. And so this is for me as the practitioner. It's for all of us. Yes. Okay. So it's something from A through E. It's F through I. It's J. It's K. I'm objective and see facts as they are without judgment or fear. Okay, and this is a general check. So repeat after me. Say, I am objective and see facts as they are. Free of judgment or fear. Yeah, and that's off. We're not resonating with that. So this is about, you know, being able to see things as they are without the overlay of judgment or fear, which can put us into denial. And this, I think, is an important piece of what we talked about earlier about being fully present. Also, I think this goes to the intention that people had to, you know, looking for clarity in how to participate in this new earth, looking for the, you know, how to gather our energy and our vision to transform. You know, part of the transformation is about being objective to see without judgment or fear what does need to be transformed. So we need to do a modality at this time to shift these. Yes, okay, so we're gonna do a modality, and the modality that's needed is from the Spiral Up Index. Yes, okay. So I'm gonna just put an input of energy into the field so that we can be more open and objective to whatever information is coming up in this session that would help you to move forward. So the modality that we need is from A, it's from B, it's from C, yes. So we're gonna work with color and light, and it's something here from 1 through 5. It's 6 through 10, it's 6, 7, it's 8, it's 9. So this is called circles in the 3 dimensions. And this is, it makes your eyes move in a near far plane and in circles to release eye muscle tension, with the idea that that movement stimulates the input of light into the eyes, which stimulates the optic nerve, which stimulates the brain, which stimulates the nervous system, which energizes your whole brain body system as electrical impulses of light. So basically, in a nutshell, this modality helps to relax your eyes so you're able to absorb more light through the eyes, absorb it into your system, and radiate more light. So we need to do all 3 of these movements. No, we're gonna do the horizontal, we're gonna do the near, we're gonna do the clockwise. Okay, so this one is, it's as if you're tracing a clock on the wall. So imagine, and I'm gonna do this in a kind of smaller arc so it can be, you know, in the frame of the camera. But usually when I do it, I'm making like a big, huge circle. So just imagine that you're facing a big clock on the wall, and you're gonna use your thumb as a focus point. So the lines on your thumb, you can focus on that. And then you're going to trace in a clockwise position, just breathing very slowly, making that big wide circle 3 times clockwise. And then you're going to reverse direction and do 3 times counterclockwise. And you want to do it slow so your eyes really get that each angle of that movement. And relax and breathe as you do this. Okay. And this is complete. Yes. Okay. So we'll take a little moment and let that integrate. I see there's some messages in the chat. Okay. Okay, so now we need to go back and recheck those statements. Yes. So let us go back and repeat after me. Say, I refuse to follow the rules to order my system. And that is off. We're not resonating with that. And say, I am objective and I see facts as they are. Free of judgment or fear. Good, and that is on. We are resonating with that. Excellent. Okay. So what we're going to constellate here is an archetype. Yes. And so what's needed here, so this is our relationship to this archetype. Yes, okay. And the archetype that we need to constellate with is 1 through 5, 6 through 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 30, 21 to 25, it's 26, it's 27. Oh, love. Okay, very good. So we will constellate the archetype or the symbol for love. So let me go here and I'm just gonna read you what this is. So love symbolizes the emotion that moves our desire for a person, a group, or a thing we love in order to reach a greater good, be happy and well. It is the most elevated feeling and brings coherence to your whole system. Okay, so something we need here. So let's see. So we need to ask something from number one. Let's see here. We need to do this piece. We need to do this piece. We need to do this piece. Okay. So the question for you is, what would be different for you in your life and in your relationships if your relationship to love was coherent and ordered? If you could experience a higher order in your relationship to love, what would be different for you? So anybody have anything you want to offer in for this?
I think
Sherwood?
that it would be easier. I feel a sense like that I'm kind of climbing up a hill, and like if when I sense that, it feels more like kind of strolling along more easily.
So you'd experience more ease in your life?
And fun, ease and fun. Yeah, like it feels like more of a broad, like letting more in and having it be all enjoyable.
Right. Oh, beautiful. Okay, great. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm just going to check. We need anything more? No, that's it. Okay. Henny said love and light. So basically, right. Same thing here. Yes. Okay. So let's check this. General check. So say I experience more ease and fun in my life. I let more enjoyment in. Yeah, and that's off right now. We're not resonating with that. Okay. So I'm just going to check here. There's something from this that is needed. Yes. Okay. So what I want you to do is close your eyes and allow or create an image or a symbol that represents love. It could be a person, a landscape, a shape, whatever it is. And now you're going to say to it, that symbol out loud. You say, now I see you. And I acknowledge what you are and what you represent. Love. You symbolize the emotion that moves our desire for a person. A group or thing that we love. In order to reach a greater good. And be happy and well. You are the most elevated feeling. And you bring coherence to my whole system. I now choose to give you a place in my heart. And I honor you. And by doing so, I have all of your resources. And I can use them for the greatest good. And now, place that image or symbol that represents love, place it into your body, wherever it feels most comfortable for you. And bow your head as a reverence, honoring and accepting love, allowing it in. And by honoring and accepting love, placing it into your body, you have all of its resources, and you can use it for the greatest good. And this is complete. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to go back and recheck the statement here. So, what would be different for us now that we have more love and have ordered our relationship with love? And so repeat after me, say, I experience more ease and fun in my life. I let more enjoyment in. And we are resonating with that. That is on. Beautiful. Okay. And so that's that's the key to all of what we had talked about at the beginning of the session, right? To really be in complete resonance with our body, mind, and spirit. To live fully embodied, to express as spirit in the body. Looking for that clarity on how to participate in the new earth. What brings you joy? What do you love to do? That's how you participate in the new earth. How to gather your energy and your vision to transform, right? Stay in that enjoyment place. That'll give you the energy that you need to do the transformation. Physical issues, right? More love into the body. So beautiful. So, all right. So I'm just going to check here. There's anything more that we need from this session? No, the session is complete. Yes, great. Well, thank you, everybody. That was always a surprise where we go, but I definitely feel that it was what was needed to move us, through the next few weeks. That's great. So I'm happy to open up the lines if you'd like to ask any questions or share your experience. I'd love to hear from you. Oh.
I'm very grateful, and I recognize that I was making love way more complicated.
Ah, right. Simplify. Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, thank you, everybody.
Oh,
Aisha, yes.
yeah, it was interesting at the first part. I was really feeling it applying to a group that I'm in that's been together for 4 or 5 years now, that's having a bunch of weirdness going on and people leaving and, all sorts of distortions, which I think is appropriate for the time. It's going to happen. And, but yeah, it felt like that really, really applied to this group I'm in mostly. But then when we moved to the next part about love, then I got all, oh, and then, and the symbol, it was cool. It was like two trees that were just kind of not really growing together, but bending and touching in so many ways. And I placed that, it's like in my whole body with my treeness anyway. And it just, that feels so, so good. Instead of trying
Wonderful.
to make it happen or, anything, it just, this was perfect. Thank you, Liz.
Right, right.
I'm
That's
so glad I
awesome.
made it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And that tree, it reminds me of that saying about,
Bill?
if you want to reach the high spiritual heights, you've got to have the deep roots.
Deep roots.
So I think it goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning of the session, integrating the spiritual with the mundane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed I was kind of drawing roots that went down off the paper and went up. Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Excellent.
great.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Deborah.
Hi, Liz. Thank you. I came late, but I think I got what I needed, but I definitely will listen to the recording. And I shared a drawing, which it started out as a mandala and became a flower with rainbow chakra, solar energy coming down. So it was so immediate that it came into my mind, and I love having it in my body.
That's awesome.
I shared it in the chat if you want to take a look.
Cool. Yeah, I'm taking a look here. Awesome.
So thank you. It's wonderful as always.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, it was wonderful to spend this time with you. And if you would like to experience the resonance repatterning session one-on-one, I do one-on-one sessions. I also do group sessions. So I have a feeling I'm going to be doing a proxy sometime this month around the earth element, because we're moving into late summertime, the high energy time of the earth element. And also we've got the Lion's Gate coming up on the 8/8, which is over the weekends. I don't know if I can get that group together in time for the Lion's Gate, but I'm sure there'll be some of that energy worked in. So you can reach out to me at et@liztobin.com, or you can visit my website at liztobin.com. And we'll be back next month. I'm not sure if it's going to be the first Monday. That might be Labor Day. So I will definitely be sending out an email about that if you want to get on the email list to find out when the next Gateway to Grace will be. It's usually first Monday of the month at noon Eastern time, but we've got the Labor Day weekend in the US, so I might switch it up to the next Monday. But if you want to get on my email list, you can do that at liztobin.com. Yes, Deborah.
When is Lionsgate?
When is it? It's the August 8th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Well, thank you, everybody. It was great to be here with you, and I feel a lot more energized and relaxed. So wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And I'm going to stop the recording.
See you all later.
Bye.
Whoops.